Thank you for my present.
I didn't know what you said for a second.
Thank you.
Oh, you're recording?
Yeah, I'm on.
Welcome to Stoopid Movies, where we watch them so you don't have to.
That is right. And this week we watched Bad Candy. 2021, not rated, 100 minutes long. Starring Corey Taylor and Zach Galligan.
Who directed this? Was there several?
I don't know, probably. It was directed by some people, but look, here, you can read it. There you go. That's who directed it. Look how fucking tiny that is. Almost as small as my dick tiny.
Directed by Scott B. Hansen and Desiree McConnell.
Oh, fuck you.
Or Desiree Connell.
See, you couldn't read it either.
It's Halloween time, and we're drawing up some stuff, and they come to life, and Slipknot is playing at a radio station solo because of Corey Taylor. What happened when we tried to get to Corey Taylor to get some bad candy?
So, Bad Candy is an anthology, first and foremost. Kind of in the vein of like a Trick or Treat or Tales of Halloween.
Yeah, absolutely.
Something like that, where it's an anthology, but all the stories are kind of interconnected. The main story is about a little girl who makes drawings, and her drawings come to life. And some of them are her friends, and some of them kill people, and yeah.
And then things happen as stories in this town intertwine, as Corey Taylor and Zach Galligan are telling horror stories on the radio.
Yes. The other part of the main wraparound is this radio station where they're telling horror stories.
Yep.
Chili Belly. 66.6.
Well, we, as always, we love Halloween. We love anthologies. We love Halloween anthologies. And we like candy. Yeah, what do we like about Bad Candy?
This was shot beautifully.
Yes.
The special effects on it were magnificent. Like when she would draw something and it would kind of like Tinkerbell it. I don't know how to say it, but like if you've ever seen Tinkerbell, like the little sparkles with the doo-doo-doo-doos, it did like that, but around like horror creatures.
Sure.
The special effects were so cool, and everything just looked beautiful.
Yeah, the whole aesthetic of this looks great. It nails the Halloween atmosphere and vibe. Very similar, like Trick or Treat in the style. I felt like visual style. I mean, it looks like it's a Halloween night, and just from the looks, the decorations, the costumes, it feels like Halloween. Yeah. And I freaking love that, and that's what you want when you watch this kind of movie. And along with the special effects, a lot of CGI in this, but it looked decent, looked pretty good. Where was it going? Oh, but on the other side, the practical stuff that they do, like in the costumes and the makeup effects, like on the demon guy, there's a demon guy, on the clown, simple but effective, and I really like that.
Yes. I love, and this is again like Trick or Treat or a Tales of Halloween or something like that. I love the idea of this anthology being set in a town, and it's different things happening in different parts of the town, and then they all kind of connect together at the end.
Yep.
And it's like, oh, okay, I totally get what was going on here now. It wasn't just, here's this cool thing here and here's this cool thing here. It really was part of a bigger story and how it all ties together. I love it when movies do that successfully. And yeah, I would absolutely put this up there with Trick or Treat.
I will say, we don't mention this too often, but I have to with this, the artwork for this movie is awesome. And on the Blu-ray, I love kind of that retro look to it, But also, there's other posters that they have for this, 2 or 3, and they're all really cool. And I just love that. And it's appealing, and it draws you in.
I liked most of the characters. And the ones I didn't like, you were meant to hate, like the stepfather.
I thought acting overall was pretty good. I thought Corey Taylor and Zach Galligan was awesome in this. I thought they had good chemistry. I liked them being kind of the central thing connecting the stories in a sense. I just thought that was neat. I thought Corey Taylor did a great job as a radio DJ. We get a pretty good amount of blood and gore in this, and I think it looks pretty good. Yeah. There's nothing really that stands out per se, as in being different or new.
Right.
But it looks pretty cool, and there's a lot, and that whistle has been wetted, and I like that. Is that a word, wetted?
We'll go with it.
I like it. My whistle has been wet. I love the score in this.
Oh, crap. Yeah, we didn't even bring up the score. It sounded cool.
The score and the atmosphere is great, and they paired well with this, and it felt like, it's just good. It's good. It's kind of that, what I would hope for in this kind of movie.
Yeah.
I like the creepy clown guy.
Oh, shit, yeah. Fuck, I completely, yes.
Did he have a name? I don't know if he had a name.
Creepy clown guy.
Yeah. So basically, he's like the Sam of this movie. He kind of shows up, but he's creepy.
And I like what they did with him in the end, where they
Yes.
kind of, I mean, they don't explain a whole backstory or anything to him, but they do show where he came from.
Yeah.
That was cool.
That was cool. I thought it was neat. And I thought it was paced well. For an anthology, it can be hit or miss, but I thought this was actually paced really well. None of the stories felt too long or too short, you know.
It didn't feel like 100 minutes.
Right. No, it didn't. It didn't. It went along nicely. So we don't like candy that's bad, because that's no good. So what did we not like about bad candy? I will say, now, while I like pretty much all the stories, they are kind of average at best.
Yeah.
None of them...
There's nothing new.
There's nothing new. None of them stand out more than others, and none of them seem less than others either, which is a good and a bad thing for me. Like, it's great because I liked them all. I had no issues with any, but none of them was like, oh, this one's like, gotta check that story out. Yeah. But you can't say, oh, that one sucked. You know?
They were all consistent with each other.
Yeah.
But yeah, there was nothing that really stood out like, oh, I've never seen this in a movie before.
Right. Yeah, so it's just kind of average. And not that it's a bad thing, but I think a lot of people might ding it for that.
Yeah. The movie as a whole kind of... All right, go with me here. This is weird.
Okay.
This movie feels like macaroni and cheese. It's comfort, but there's nothing special about it.
Exactly.
Like, there's nothing that's like, oh, you have to see this because of this. It's comforting. This is the kind of thing, yes, I watched it 3 times, but I was having a pretty bad week. I needed comfort movies this week. It's hard to really be like, oh, you have to watch this movie, because there's nothing here that's like you haven't seen done somewhere else. Now, it's done really well.
Yeah.
But...
It is. It's very run-of-the-mill.
Yeah.
Which isn't a bad thing, but people tend to ding movies for that kind of stuff. It's nothing new. It's what you would expect from it, I think. And I do feel like this is going to be compared to Trick or Treat or Tales of Halloween.
Has to.
It has to. And let's be honest, it doesn't live up to those to me. Especially, a little closer to Tales of Halloween.
Yeah, I would agree there.
Trick or Treat's like the king of this style of movie. And so it's going to be judged for that. And it doesn't live up to that.
And the killer clown does not match up to Sam.
Not even close. I like him, but he's no Sam. There's not enough gore or body count as I hoped for. It's there and it looks fine, but just more. That whistle needed to be wetted more.
Right.
It needed to be leaking like a horny wang, that can't stop dripping.
Yep, that's it.
We said there's some CGI, and I feel like there was too much when it came to the blood and gore and stuff. Wow. I felt like it was a little, I wanted, maybe not too much, but I wanted more practical. I'm a practical effects guy, and I wish more of the gore would have been more practical.
So, I picked this movie. I enjoyed it. I have watched it 3 times. I did thoroughly enjoy it every single time. I did pick up new things every time and nuances that I didn't see the first time. And yeah, there are some nitpicks. The CGI is a little off. A little too much. But overall, I had fun with it. It is a comfort movie. You just throw it on and you don't really necessarily have to think. And I enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun with it. I wish it had something that would make it stand out above the pack. But there wasn't. So I'm going to give it a 6.5 out of 8.
So I was anticipating this. I've been kind of following it for over a year. Couldn't wait for it when I saw it was finally released. I was excited. So I did kind of go into it, expecting a certain thing.
Right.
And for the most part, I think I got that. I wanted a Halloween anthology that felt like Trick or Treat, and it does. It doesn't live up to those, of course. And so I do feel like it's probably going to be compared to that a lot, which is going to be part of its downfall, maybe.
So, yep.
Which is it's unfortunate, but if you just go in watching it, it's a fun Halloween theme movie with great aesthetics, great look, great atmosphere, great score. But yeah, I think you're right. It is a very run-of-the-mill average movie. There's nothing that stands out. All the stories, they're fine. They're not bad. They're not great. It's watchable and it's entertaining, and that's what like you said. That's what you want from a comfort movie, and that it succeeds at that, which I appreciate. Not as great as I hoped it would be, but still a lot of fun, and I would recommend checking it out. So, and it is for me, it's above average because I did enjoy it. So I'm going to go 6 out of 8 on this one.
Oh, all right.
Have you seen Bad Candy? Have you streamed it? Have you bought it from Dread Presents and Epic Pictures?
Have you eaten bad candy?
Have you eaten bad candy?
What's your least favorite candy?
Yeah, what is it? Yeah, what is your bad candy? And what is your good candy? Let us know down below in thoughts, or in the the comments and stuff. Hit that bell, do all that. Tell your friends. just do it. If you like what we're doing, which you should at this point, damn it, head over to facebook.com/StoopidMovies, Instagram @StoopidMovies, and you can email us at StoopidMovies@outlook.com.
Hey, before we go, paint your penis up like a clown. Take a picture and send it to Rob.
Please don't. Trick or treat.
The third time I watched it, yes, I watched this 3 times this week. The third
You
time,
actually did?
yeah, no, I wasn't.
I
kidding.
thought you were messing with me.
No, man,
I'm like,
I really
really?
did like it. I watched it 3
Okay.
times. I loved it.